Coach Stong, did you know before you went out that Elvis had trouble with that triple-double combination?
Oh, when you train together, you know each other's programs pretty well, and I didn't hear the noise. I should have heard it at the right times, and I thought that all he did was a 3-turn on his combination. Not a huge mistake, and so I expected, I tried not to think of it. In Hamilton, I did the same mistake he did, so I didn't want to do that again.
So it didn't put any extra pressure on you going out?
Oh, no, there's enough already.
Now, tell me about the injury. Everyone's saying it's a back injury. It's not a back injury. It's the muscle from the hip to the back.
Yeah,
how do you feel?
It's not what I had last year. I don't want people to worry about it. It's a ligament strain and a facet that got jammed. And basically, it's something that a lot of tender loving care, which the physios have given me here, I can get on the ice and feel 100%.
All right, you weren't worried. Coach Louis Stong told me before we went on the air a minute ago, he was. An interesting comment about the music.
Well, I noticed that Kurt got a little behind in the music, about 8 beats at one point. Another skater may have shortened a spin to get back on to the music, but he didn't do that. And so I found that I was happy that he was thinking all the way through it. It was a real thinking man's program. It's a thinking man's program. What do you think about tonight as you prepare for tomorrow?
Well, I got the night off now. I'm just going to relax and enjoy watching the rest of the skaters, and when tomorrow comes, I'll deal with that.
Loose and relaxed, Kurt Browning and his coach, Louis Stong. Lots more skating to come. Right now, let's rejoin Chris Guthrie.
Well, we thought Alexei Urmanov would be the main threat to the Canadians coming into this year. And then at Europeans, we discovered he had broken his leg last spring and really was behind in his training. He was a disappointment at the Europeans in 5th place. Barb, I felt like he was really looking sharper in practice, but that wasn't the case in qualifying.
Well, all week long we've been watching him. He's had a very confident look on his face. In fact, he's been smiling all week long. When it came up for the qualifying, he just wasn't on. We'll just have to see what happens here.
He too is going to open with a triple axel, double or triple toe combination.
And he squeaked that one out.
These men are absolutely determined to get that combination in because they realize that without it, they do not stand a chance of staying in the medal hunt. If Kurt's combination was better than Alexei's triple flip was better than Kurt's. One of the differences between these two skaters, I think, is their spinning ability. I think Kurt is a much more compact, much tighter spinner, stays centered, and has better speed.
And better position.
Performances we see there do not reflect that which we're going to see at the Worlds. The question for Alexei remains, he got through this technical program quite well, but is his conditioning up to getting him through strongly through a long program?
Technically, this can compare to Kurt. Here's the triple axel combination. A little tight on the landing there, but pulls it out anyway. But artistically, this program doesn't even come close to Kurt's.
This was one of the nicest elements he did, his triple flip, Nice, straight, beautiful air position. Clean landing. Whistle clean.
And we'll be back with the marks for Alexei Urmanov of Russia in a moment.
Cheese, please.
Welcome back to Prague as we get the first set of marks for Alexei Urmanov with his coach, Alexei Mishin. Asked him the other day, or at least mentioned to him, I thought his pupil looked like he was back on track. He said, looked like back on track, but not yet. Well, not until today. 5.0 from the American judge. Got quite a reaction there. Now the artistic marks. He has a first-place mark from the Russian judge, 5th place from the American judge. The rest are seconds in behind Kurt Browning, but I think he has made it clear that he could be a big factor here in the long run.